Tired of spot arbitrage, constantly monitoring the network statuses and low spreads? Don't worry, because we got you covered with a brand new addition to Arbitrage Scanner ecosystem lineup. Hello there guys, my name is Garage Alexander, I am product manager here at arbitragescan.io, and today I will guide you through our brand new product, Telegram version of Arbitrage Perpetuals. The first thing for us to do would be to understand the arbitrage strategy. So the first step for us would be, of course, to go to our website, then click on Arbitrage Products and Arbitrage Perpetuals. So here we have a web version, which we will cover to understand the strategy better. Okay, so there are three main strategies that you can focus on during arbitrage and perpetual contracts. Those being futures plus futures, futures plus spot, and spot plus futures. Let's start with spot plus futures. So, what will go on here? The strategy is pretty simple. For example, if we have a spot exchange where the price is lower than on the perpetual one, we can do the following. We can buy, for example, CATI on Gate and short it on some exchange, for example, DEX. Then, if the prices converge, as they usually do, we can make profit on both sides of our deal. So the Gate side of the arbitrage spread will go up, so the price will increase, while the DEX price will decrease. So we make profit both on our spot asset growing and on our short that was set up on DEX. So that means that we have profit from two sides, and when the prices converges, we close the deals and gain our dollars. Right. The next strategy is pretty similar to this one. It's called futures plus futures. But essentially, we do the same, but instead of buying a spot asset on a spot exchange and then selling it for more profit, we just go in for one perpetual contract with long and one perpetual contract with short. So, for example, this situation on HCX and DEX called on the token called waves. So, essentially, we must long the HTX and short the DEX. Then, when the prices converge, for example, at 1.04, we close both of our positions, thus making profit on the long because the prices went up on this exchange, and closing our short on DEX because the prices went down. So once again, we make profit on both of our positions. And the next strategy is a bit trickier. It is called futures plus spot. The trick here is that we need to have tokens on the spot market already before we enter the deal. So let's look at some examples. For example, this one. We have a token called MINA on HTX and DEX. There is a spread of 7%. It is some kind of strange spread because I see it a lot, and on HTX this MINA token is always trading at a higher price than any other exchange. So what we can do here? Let's imagine that I have the token called MINA on HTX on my balance. Then, when I see this deal, I can sell the MINA on HTX right now and long it on DEX. Then I wait for a bit, maybe not for a bit, maybe for 2 weeks, I don't know, something like this. Then the prices converge, let's say at the point of 0.42, and then I buy back my spot assets on HTX, thus buying them with a discount, basically, and then closing my position on DEX, which I have longed. So, by doing this, we once again capitalize on both the spot market and the perpetual market. Of course, there are a lot of caveats to these arbitrage strategies that I wouldn't cover today. I haven't talked about funding rates, I haven't talked about the volume of orders that you should enter the deal with, I haven't talked about the time when the prices converges, and many more. So, before entering your first deal, I really persuade you to watch our other videos where our clients and our staff are guiding you through the process and showing how to arbitrage perpetuals effectively. And also, I really think that you should read our guides and cases, which can be found on our website. There are a lot of cases for exactly those types of arbitrage that I'm describing right now. The web version of the perpetual screener is good and all, but sometimes you don't have a time or a passion to just look into your laptop and constantly monitoring the spreads. For that purposes and for some kind of like specific arbitrage spreads, for example with futures plus spot strategy that requires you to hold an amount of tokens on the exchange, we have developed the Telegram version of this product just for those use cases to make your life easier. So let's look at it. To access the screener in terms of Telegram version, we need to go to screeners inside the Arbitrage Perpetual tab, and then, of course, add a new screener. So let's set up the futures screener. So for the title, I would go screener for video. Why not? And then we have exchanges filter. So we have recently launched 2 brand new exchanges and added them to our ever-growing list of exchanges that are supported by Arbitrage Scanner, those being Hyperliquid and Apex Omni. And those exchanges are special because they are not centralized, those are decentralized perpetual exchanges. They're really cool because they don't have any KYC or any geo restrictions, so you can trade even from the countries where the perpetuals are banned or regulated. Also, you should note that DEX perpetuals are different from the ones that are centralized not only by the decentralization, but also with some processes. So, for example, both on Hyperliquid and Apex Omni, the funding rate is deposited to your account every 1 hour, not every 8 hours, which is traditional for most of the centralized exchanges. Also, the bonus of trading on decentralized exchanges is that they might have a retro drop coming. That is not on the device, I don't have the information that can prove it, but probably Hyperliquid and Apex Omni maybe will give you a retro drop for trading. You can find the links to those exchanges in the description and find helpful bonuses to start with. So, because those exchanges are new, I will be using exactly them to set up my screener. So here is Apex Futures and here is Hyperliquid. Right. Now, as those exchanges are both futures ones, so I will go for futures plus futures strategy. And let's look at the filters. So we have a lot of filters here because in perpetual arbitrage there are spread on prices, spread on funding, and the combined spread of those 2 parameters. So right now I would care only for minimal profit. Let's put it at like 0.1 because on those 2 specific exchanges, there are not a lot of spreads between those. So a lot of spreads with, for example, HTX or Bybit on those exchanges, but between them, probably not so much. But I love the ease of using decentralized perpetual contracts, so I would go with minimal profit 0.1. If you want, you can also set up the maximum profit and also maximum and minimal funding profit and the prices profit separately. Right, then there are our filters like lifetime, which are basically the same that you have on Telegram screener, and minimal transaction amount, I would go for something low like $200, for example. Right, now then whitelist and blacklist of currencies. If you don't know what that is, I encourage you to read our special guide on how to collect black and white lists, so to know on which tokens should you arbitrage and on which tokens should you not. Right, but I will leave those fields empty for now. And now, of course, as always, we need to set up a Telegram channel. So here is the Telegram. Let's call it Hyperliquid versus Apex. Next, that should be private. And of course, we should add our bots. So the first one would be the universal adder, as always. Make sure to click all the permissions on the admin, so it could add new admins as well. Done. And then we are doing the same with Arbitrage Scanner Screener bot. Here it is. Alright, add new admins, true, done. And in a few seconds the bot will send me the message with the chat ID, that is the one, copy it with a minus sign, go back to the notifications and input it here in Telegram channel ID. Right, and now let's enter the notification template here. So I would do this manually. So here is the pre-made template here that covers both symbol, exchange, the prices that you should buy and sell, also the funding rates and funding spreads. So basically everything that you need to know in terms of arbitrage. So I would go with that. If you want, you can choose something from the templates that are pre-ready made or create your own one. Alright, I think we are basically set up, so let's save it, and then we will wait for the notifications to come up. Of course, I have chosen those specific exchanges, so it may take a while to actually get a notification, so I will get back to you as I receive one. Also, I should note that both the Telegram version and web version of Perpetual Screener is coming to all the users with a tariff plan called Business or Higher. Those two specific exchanges, as they are DEX exchanges, they are coming only for the users that have Platinum tariff or higher. Alright, we have received our first notification, so it was quite some time, because once again the spreads between those two exact exchanges are pretty rare, so I don't really recommend doing the same thing that I did right now. So we have a spread on Injective, so Hyperliquid futures to Apex futures. There is an information about overall profit, price spread. Note that right here the price spread is higher than the funding spread, because funding spread right now is negative, so that means that the overall profit here is price spread minus funding spread. So yeah, because of the funding we might make less money than we could without the funding. So the volume right here is not really big, but it probably could work. To check, of course, we have a link, so you can open it and then check for yourself if the trade right here is still active. And once again, I must say that before you do any trading, any arbitrage, or really make any financial decision, please make sure that you understand what you are doing. And our videos, our guides and cases will help you to know exactly that. Alright, I think that's it for today. Telegram Future Screener is covered. And that was Garage Alexander, product manager here at arbitrage.io, and I'll see you in the future videos. Bye!